Hello game fans and welcome to another video from Gaming Debugged. Now, gamers, developers, publishers and press have put down their controllers and left the London Docklands in search of other exciting events currently being held as part of London Games Week. EGX Rezzed on Tobacco Dock has now come to an end. I have seen and played so many games now that I have a renewed confidence in this amazing industry that we are in. But what of the smorgasbord of games that really took my fancy? There's really too much to say. However, I would like to shine a particular light on around 13 Xbox One games from EGX that I really enjoyed. Yooka Laylee. Starting with an obvious one here, it's Yooka Laylee. I have to admit that when I originally saw Yooka Laylee, I was a skeptic. The Kickstarter footage looked bright and colourful, but the levels seemed sparse, and I was worried that I wouldn't feel the same as I did for Banjo-Kazooie. However, after a good few plays, I can safely say that it has well-considered level structure, colourful characters to interact with, and solid controls. With only a week to release, I've definitely now been swayed. The Adventure Pals. What started as a popular flash game has now been reinvented, rebuilt and reimagined for consoles. Colourful cartoon graphics, off-the-wall characters and easy to pick up and play gameplay makes this a surefire hit in my household. The crazy story, flying giraffe and light RPG elements make it the perfect games for young and old, and I have no doubt that this is a contender for one of my top Xbox One games for children in 2017. Brawl Out. Super Smash Bros. Comes to Xbox One in the form of Brawl Out. Beautifully animated characters battle it out in multi-tiered arenas. Each of the players I managed to see had a vastly different combat style, from grappling to dive kicks. The low-poly 3D environments all presented different layouts, changing how you'd approach each match. Furious 4-player action was great fun to play with all the people there at EGX. Battle Chasers Night War. Battle Chasers mixes classic JRPG combat with action-packed dungeon crawling, all wrapped up in stylish cartoon visuals. Battle Chasers boast randomly generated dungeons, all with various difficulty levels. After raising over $850,000, this looks pretty special, and once the 2D animated cutscenes by Powerhouse Animation Studios are in, this has the potential to be an epic adventure.
Finally, we're here.
Figment. I was a huge fan of Back to Bed on Steam with its surreal levels and humorous puzzles, so when I saw Figment running on the big screen, it was like looking at a beautiful concept artwork all lovingly brought to life. Bedtime Digital is planning to take us on another mind-bending adventure that explores feelings and emotions and inner damages. It's all wonderfully colourful with floating apples, trumpet flowers and really surreal windmills. I can't wait. Little Nightmares. EGX wasn't short of its eerie games. Little Nightmares follows the escape of Six, a yellow-coated girl attempting to escape the Maw, an oversized and creepy place full of troll-like cooks and a janitor who looks like Mr. Tickle after spending far too long in Silent Hill. The harrowingly beautiful game had me grinding meat to create a string of sausages to swing on. Whilst I only had 10 or so minutes with this game, the nightmares are sure to stay with me for a lot longer. Town of Light. Another dark and creepy game, this time by LKA. The Town of Light is a psychological adventure told in first person. The story is set in a real place in Italy that has been meticulously reconstructed just for this game. Through the exploration and interaction with the environment, you learn more about the history of the main character through her confused and unusual viewpoint. It's also got a creepy doll in just to mess with your head.
Which I'm not aware of. Those are the hurts which
World to the West. World to the West is set in the same world as Teslagrad. I was really surprised to become so engrossed in this so quickly, and after 20 minutes or so I had to be tapped out in order to let others have a go. I later returned to this wonderful top-down adventure, eager to explore the various stories and mechanics on offer. World to the West looks to have the various intertwining narratives all weaved into exploration, puzzle and fighting. It's definitely one to watch. Aaero. Speed through stunning stylized environments, tracing ribbons of light, releasing the energy in the music. Battle strange enemies and fight massively epic boss battles, all driven by an incredible heart-pounding soundtrack. There is currently nothing like this on the Xbox One, and it will make a fantastic addition to the catalogue. Away, Journey to the Unexpected. Away, Journey to the Unexpected is a colourful first-person adventure game that combines action, negotiation and roguelike elements. The most unusual aspect of this one was the mix of 2D animated characters with 3D gameplay. The cartoon style was reminiscent of the Saturday morning cartoons in a weirdly wonderful way, and strange again, it all seems to work perfectly. The Sexy Brutale. Groundhog Day meets Cluedo in this puzzle action adventure game featuring intrigue, murder and quite possibly the occult. You play the elderly priest Lasado Boone, who is stuck in a time loop whilst guests of the Marquis's masked ball are all being murdered all around the mansion. You roam around the house, solve the mystery and maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to escape this never-ending time cycle. The Sexy Brutale is a fantastic concept with amazing visuals, and it was really fun to play. Snake Pass. Whilst I love the visual style and the colourful characters and the overall concept of Snake Pass, I really wanted a few more hours with the game to really truly think like a snake. The unique control scheme meant that this game was quite hard to pick up with only a few minutes of playtime, but I could sense its potential and I was really eager to play more. Rime. Rime is a third-person adventure game by Tequila Works with an eye-blistering colour palette, a serene and peaceful soundtrack, and an unusual shouting mechanic. The game involves a boy who is washed ashore a strange island and is searching for some way to escape. The visuals are stunning, and with a fully working day and night cycle, it promises a different experience depending on the time of day. Whilst the game looks like an open world, most of the game I played seemed to have a defined path and a definite push towards a certain route. However, this did not detract from the overall enjoyment. So there you have it, 13 memorable, unusual and amazing games coming to Xbox One this year. I was so lucky to be able to play them all, and whilst that's only a handful of games that was there, I played VR and played Nintendo, these were definitely 13 to look out for. So if you have found this video useful, then please give it a like, subscribe if you can, comment down below if there's anything you saw that you want to talk about, and I'll be back with another video very soon.
Finish him!